We all love the moment when something is finished. But of course, life doesn't stop when the project is over. This is After the After. Well, Miss Tara, it is so good to be sitting here with you. We are 10 months post our inception of the living room. I just wanted to take a moment to introduce you and to introduce this project because I know Memphians and more will love it and want to hear all about it.
Absolutely.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to Miss Tara Crawford, the owner and CEO and founder of this beautiful, thanks to me, the living room. Okay, Miss Tara, please tell us how we got here because this building has a very beautiful story.
Ooh,
Yes,
a long story. So my dad actually built this space. He bought it. It was just a house. So he was a pastor. He built this. This was just the front lawn. So he built this as the sanctuary. He had a stroke in 2014, I think it was. And he kept everything but his voice. He lost his voice. And so I was the only kid that was in ministry. And so it was kind of dropped in my lap, right? And so for years, for probably about the first 5 years, I think we were actually really hoping that his voice came back. Mm-hmm. And it did not. And so I ended up with it still for a while because I was already in it. I loved ministry, but I never felt called a pastor. Like, I don't want to talk to the same people every week and all that. That's not really my thing. That was my dad's thing. And so, but it was a legacy. It was something he had built. We loved the people, things like that. And so felt like I was kind of always struggling with whether to stay in it or whatever. And so it left me in a space where I had to kind of figure out what does Tara want to do and what has God called me to do. And I always wanted a really dope lounge, a really dope space. And so it was just that opening to really do what I felt like I was called to do and not what everybody else wanted me to do or was called to do. Yeah. And so I contacted this young lady that they told me was the baddest in the country, right? And so she walked in and I showed it to her. I think, was it weird at first? Look, I'm going to interview you.
Look, I would love it if you interviewed me.
Was it weird?
It wasn't weird. It was a very unique situation. I will say that. I knew of your family. I knew your father. I knew the story. I knew your history with the building. I knew you pastored here, but it was a very unique
ask.
It was very unique. Speaking with a minister about their building that has family history and trying to translate it into a very different vision from what it's been, you know, I stumbled through it a little. Definitely. A little bit. Just a little bit. But once I understood what you were really wanting for this space, I was ready to go.
Yeah.
I think it was me letting go of what this building used to be and what I assumed that you were trying to preserve for you and your family and the people that were always in this building. But once you were like, no, we are moving on. And I said, well, say less.
So tell them what you did the first time.
Well, so originally, I just thought, you know, we wanted a remix of a church. We just want a modern version of ministry, of a spiritual celebration. So I designed something like this, but I had, you know, a minister stand, a pulpit.
Yeah. I just want to ball it all up.
Whole pulpit. It was just a podium that could be moved around. I mean, I knew you wanted a flexible space, but I thought you would still be in here, you know, preaching the word. And Miss Tara said, ma'am, what is that?
Right.
Get rid of that.
Right.
I don't want that. And I said, okay. And then you showed me one photo.
One photo.
And I said, oh, I've been wrong. I've been all the way off. The vibes were very loungy, chill, upscale, and a place where people can come in and this space can be used for whatever reason.
Right.
So once I knew that, I was good to go.
Oh, yeah, you were good.
I was good to
You
go.
were like, I will never forget exactly what you said. You were like, oh, you want a mood. Oh, you want somewhere I would come to. I was like, right. And that was it. That's all you needed to know.
That was all I needed to know. This is after the after. People have seen the space, they've seen the transformation, they know it's beautiful, they're ready to use it, but I really want to dig into your thought process behind this space and its purpose and how you see it moving forward. We know this building has served as a church for many years, but what was the moment you realized it would become something different entirely while still honoring what it has been?
First of all, it was a very difficult decision because our family is so attached to it. It's been in our family for so long. And originally, I said, I'm going to sell it, right? And so we got an offer on it. And when that offer came in, it became real to me. And I was like, no, I couldn't do it. And so I love ministry. I feel like I wanted to build a safe space, like still feel like a sanctuary for people, a place where people come to read and come to relax and come to interact with their friends, to date, things like that. I still wanted to feel like a sanctuary for people, but not a church. You know, so I just wanted to build something that I was actually telling the cameraman. I said, church has been a difficult space for me.
For a lot of people.
Yeah, it has been a difficult space for me. So I grew up in a way that I spent a lot of time, my parents were pastors, but I spent a lot of time at my great-grandma's house. And so I was with my cousins. And so people always wonder, like, how did you become so gangster, right? But I lived a lot of the first 14 years of my life with my cousins, and there was fighting, and there was, oh my God, so much chaos. And you had to learn how to fight. You had to learn to be tough. And then I would come to church, and I was so judged because my attitude wasn't good, and I had a mouth on me, you know.
You weren't the typical PK.
Not at all.
Okay.
And so then I got pregnant at 15, and then I had my second child at 18, so I just wasn't typical. And so church has always been a difficult space, especially for that girl, because it was so much judgment. She was just very different. She had her own mind, her own voice, and a whole lot of attitude. I wanted to create a space for that person who loves God, but don't really feel like they fit at the church, right? I wanted to build a space for me, people that feel like me. Like I am me. I could put on my heels and do the stiletto thing, or, you know, I could get down in the Jordans or whatever. Like, we can do all of it. And so I wanted to build a space that's still a sanctuary, but that everybody feels safe.
So a sanctuary in feeling more than function.
Right.
I love that.
A place where people feel loved, feel seen, feel heard. That's what I want for this space. That's what I needed, and that's what I want this space to be for people.
When people walk in,
they always say, wow, oh my God. They are just blown away when they walk in this place.
Okay,
everybody's blown away.
You're not officially open yet. We're opening very soon.
Yes.
But you have had a couple functions in here over the last several months. What has the feedback been?
People are just blown away. I've heard everything from, this feels like a place of healing, and this is so different. It's so unique for Memphis. And I always say, well, Carmeon Hamilton did it, right? I always say your name. I was actually thinking about it the other day because, you know, people like to call your name because of who you are or whatever. And I have to watch it. I said, wait a minute. When I'm saying that name, I think people think I'm saying it because she's this HGTV or whatever, right?
No, I worked with her. You can use my name.
Yeah, but it feels like for me, oh God, for me, it feels like the person that hurt me when it may not have made sense.
Miss Tar, you gonna make me cry.
And I'm very serious. So the reason I say the name, it has nothing to do with all the other stuff or what people know your name to be. When I say it, it's the person that hurt me, the person that understood what I desired. And when you have been, you gotta think, I started being a mom at 16. So my life has been about what everybody wanted, everybody needed. And it was like this opening in time that I feel like I had not had. And
wow.
I just needed somebody to see and hear what I had in my heart. So when I say the name, it means something very different for me. And so I just caught myself saying it, and I'm like, I think they probably think I'm, you know how people do, but girl, I'm too old to be on it. So it means something very different for me. And so, because I just don't know if anybody else would have gotten it, because it was so different, it was so unique. And I was talking to my cousin and my sister the other day, and one of the things my sister said is, I believe that God has blessed us with something that we create what people haven't seen before. And so I just feel like God sent the right person to create, who was able to see what nobody had ever seen.
That is the hat that I hang when I talk about my abilities to design. I look far beyond a building. I want people to feel something when they walk into a space that I create. The way I onboard a new client is getting to know them and listening for the things that they may not be able to verbalize. Because 9 times out of 10, most people that are hiring me can't speak the design language.
Right.
So what am I listening to? What am I hearing to convey what I know in design principles and colors and things like that? So I am so grateful that that is what you feel.
It means a lot. It means so much. Even the fact that because the stained glass windows would have been the first thing I would have removed.
Right? I said, no, we're going to keep them.
Yeah, the
we're
fact that
them.
you thought about, let's keep a part of your dad's original design. All of that means so much to me now. I did not understand any of the process. You just kept saying, just trust me, just trust me.
I remember being in New York, on the streets of New York, walking to my next stop, and I get a FaceTime. I'm like, okay, what's going on with Miss Tara? And she's like, are you busy? Well, no. I mean, I'm in New York, but how can I help you? And she's like, well, these colors. Are you sure? I don't know. And there was a lot of trepidation.
Oh my goodness.
In my color selection and how I decided to color block the space, because truly it's a box. It's a big box. And I'm like, how can we add some architectural interest without bringing in a whole bunch of wood and beams and things? Like color blocking. This is a tip for all of you. Paint can work a whole lot of wonders if you know how to use it. Miss Tara walked in and said, what is this mint and the green and the blue and the blue and what is it? I said, please, just it will make sense when the furniture comes in, when you see it all together. I'm like, I'm pulling colors from the windows. There was a method to my madness, but ultimately I just told her, trust me.
I was like, oh my God,
what is she? Sorry, I don't want to mess it up, but I don't know. I said, let's paint it. Let's finalize it. And if you hate it still, we can change it. Yeah. And that'll be on me. Thankfully,
I love it.
And this is for all of my clients. I'm like, just let me get you to the other side so you can see what I'm talking about. It's my job to make sure I'm expressing that vision as we go, but there's sometimes you got to let go.
Yeah, it was hard. I was used to white walls, right?
And so we are having none of that in here. None of that. how do you hope the living room serves Memphis differently than a traditional event venue or even a church?
I want people who have gifts, but aren't necessarily nobody knows them yet, right? They're not really in the know.
The untapped.
So I really want to see up and coming artists. I want to give them a space to shine, a space to listening parties for them, chefs. I want this to be a space that people feel like this is a place that I can go shine. So basically what you did for me is what I want to do for them. I want them to say, here's my vision, and I want to give them a space and help them to paint whatever they want and what they desire and what's in their hearts. And then I also want people to, in the daytime, I want people to come in and have mocktails and tea and work. And I feel like it's a different space from, per se, a coffee shop. I love coffee shops. I love working at coffee shops. I also love working in hotel lounges. So for me, this feels like that. It feels like working in a hotel lounge. Yeah. So I want people to come in here and work in the daytime, and we'll curate some events, but I really want others to come in and this to be a space for them to do their thing, their craft, and to shine and let Memphis see what Memphis has to offer. And I want this to be a space for that.
I love that. Like a launching pad. You know, your talents are typically cultivated at home. And I mean, this is the living room. So having this be the space where people get to express who they are and their gifts to the world, I love it. And of course, a co-working space, because having a third space is what the world is missing, what everybody is missing. Right now, we have work and home. And any other space where we typically are, we're charged to be there, or we have time limits on when we're there, but having somewhere to go and be able to work and think and have access to free libations. Because this is a sober, curious establishment as well. Tell me about your decision to really make that one of the staples of the living room.
I said I was a parent since I was 16. So basically I parent millennials and Gen Z. And what I noticed is y'all can't do nothing without alcohol.
Without liquor.
And when I say nothing, I mean nothing, right?
Baby shower.
I'm like, the guest of honor can't even drink. Come on.
Honey.
And so I was like, I just want to prove to y'all, because I felt like I had a lot of fun, but I did not do a lot of drinking. So I had a lot of sober fun, right? And so my friends would always tell me, you higher than all of us anyway. You don't need nothing, right? So it's kind of my personality. But I really wanted to just be a space where people are under no influence. Now, you don't want me to go in mama mode, because I think y'all need to date without being under any influence.
Look, tell the people.
I think y'all need to date without being under the influence sometimes. I think you need to have conversations with your friends where it's just you being 100% you, like nothing altering your personality or your mood or anything. Like, I got to know you sober. It was incredible.
It's wonderful. I mean, I love me sober.
I know.
Tipsy. But I do love that is a very specific focus of this space. I do feel like our society is heavily driven by alcohol. It is something that's pushed on us, for sure. And I mean, I can't talk too much because, honey, I love a good cocktail. And
you talked about me so bad.
I did not talk about you bad.
No, y'all said the bar was so big with no alcohol.
I said you would have to be very creative about how you market this space if it is one where alcohol is not involved. Now, that has gone very well because, I mean, when people rent it out, are they
They do. So when they rent it out for celebratory reasons, we do allow wine and champagne for those reasons.
So you get your libations then. You get a little.
Just a little.
Just no hard liquor in the living room, okay?
No.
Don't make us put plastic on the sofa.
Yeah.
Okay? This is
want to have great conversations.
great conversations. I mean, I do love it. I loved it when you brought it up. I was very much like, well, the Memphis people.
I know.
Because I'm one of the Memphis people.
Right.
But I, especially considering my own journey, I do feel as though that alcohol is not a necessary element to every social interaction. So I even find myself stepping back from alcohol in the way that it's been pushed for several years, or in the way that I've interacted with it for the last 15 years that I've been really drinking.
Like it was necessary?
Like it was, well, you know.
But, you know, and I've been studying. I've done a lot of studying, digging into it. This is the most sober time in history in the U.S. And Gen Z is the most non-alcoholic generation.
Yeah. I love that for them. Probably because their parents overdid it.
Right.
They're like, you know what?
Right.
But I also feel like Gen Z is less social too. They don't go outside.
And that's probably
so. That probably is an indicator of them not going outside either. And I'm like, well, I'm sure there are a lot of factors, but I did know, and I love that you study. Mm-hmm. You got the data and the bullet points behind every decision here, beyond just how you feel about it.
Yeah.
But yes, that I love that that's an element of the living room. Tell me the inspiration or the meaning behind the name, The Living Room.
So every time somebody asks me about that, I said, think about a living room. What do you do in the living room, right? Mm-hmm. You do everything in the living room, right?
Living room. Yes.
You do live, you talk, you have mocktails. You know, you kind of date, you have friends nights, you have family time, you read books. And so it's just that. It's a place and everybody's welcome in the living room, right? And so it's a space where everybody is welcome, and people have had everything from corporate meetings to book clubs to baby showers, and it's just that. It's a living room.
Looking ahead.
Okay.
5 years from now, what would make you feel like the living room has fully accomplished its purpose in this community?
If I could see somebody on a major stage and I say, I remember when they sung 5 years ago in the living room, and they were so nervous, or they got their start, or there was only 25 people or 40 people, that would be like major for me. Yeah.
That's when the living room would have made it.
Yes. Yes. So that would be really, really incredible to see.
I love it. If these walls could talk, what do you hope they would say about this next chapter of the building story?
I would like them to love everything that is happening here. Every person who was able to laugh, every person that was able to cry, every person who built a new friendship, who found love. I just want people to enjoy and just do incredible, incredible things. Like, that's what I would like these walls to say. Like, we've had an incredible time, and we've watched so many things happen, and for so many people, you know, people to be celebrated and loved. And I remember asking you, what did you feel when you walked through the door? You said, it feels warm. And so I would just like the walls to say, man, this has been incredible. Like,
and welcome home.
Yes, welcome home.
It has been an honor bringing this space to life for you. And I know this is only the beginning, because there'll be living rooms popping up everywhere.
That's the goal.
With the living room is coming to a neighborhood near y'all. But I I want to say I'm so proud of you and everything in your life that has led you to this moment. I hope you're proud of yourself.
I am.
And I am excited for everything to come. I can't wait to say, I saw them at the living room and look at them now. I mean, look at me.
Right.
And look at you. But thank you so much again for sitting down with me and sharing your heart for this space and this community. And I want everyone watching to, one, take this conversation and internalize it to see what is it that you're not listening to, that you know is inside your heart, but what are you not acting on? What is the world keeping you from producing?
Right.
And I want you to reflect on that and bring to life whatever those internal dreams are, because you never know who's needing those things. Miss Tara, please tell everyone how they can find the living room, where we're located, how they can experience this space and when.
Yes. Okay, so we are at 3747 Knight Arnold Road. Online, we're at livingroommemphis.com, and we're Living Room Memphis on all social networks. And we'll be right here waiting on you.
Thanks, everybody.